The art of life is to make sure that you don't get out of trouble and be left with trauma. Because trouble has an expiration date, but trauma can last for 30 years. I didn't write Crushing just to get you out of trouble. I wrote Crushing to get you out of trauma. My brother and I decided to go into business. This was back when I was in West Virginia. It was years ago. And it was always our dream to have a family business because my father had a family business. So we decided to go into business together. And we opened up a windows and siding company. And we were going to do windows and siding. And I didn't know anything about windows and siding, but I learned pretty quickly. I knew something about business, and we were doing okay. In West Virginia, it gets cold, you need windows and you need siding, and we were selling. And we hit a tough spot because you do that in business. You run out of capital, you run out of resources. You got to pay your staff, you got to make your payroll, you got to pay for your building, you got to pay for your materials, you have to do all of that kind of stuff. And my brother, who is my older brother, and could always talk me into anything, including letting him cut my hair when he didn't know how to cut hair. He could talk me into anything. He talked me into putting up my car as collateral to get a loan to sustain the business. And it was kind of like the haircut. When I looked in the mirror, I found out he couldn't cut hair. And when we got through struggling in business, I found out I didn't have a car. I literally sat in the living room looking through the window as they drove my car away. This is after going through a long period of being without a car. And I needed a car because I had 2 kids. And I thought to myself, why me? Why me? I serve you, I'm preaching, I'm working, I'm laboring, I'm loving, I'm trying to take care of this family. Why me? And when I finally got an answer back, the answer was, why not me? Why not you? What exempts you from suffering? If Jesus went to the cross, if Paul got locked up in jail, if Joseph got thrown into a pit, if the woman was there with the issue of blood, why not me? So when you face a dilemma and you run into a crisis and you're trying to figure out what in the world is going on in my life, and it feels like you're going backwards instead of forward, and you trusted the wrong person, or you made the wrong decision, or the business didn't turn out like you think, and you have a setback, you have to remember a setback is a setup for a comeback. And you can't go into the valley of despair and throw yourself a pity party and luxuriate in the pain of your own self-indulgence and ask God, why you? When God spared not his son, why would he spare you? Come on. The question is never why me, it's why not me. Amen. I remember our ministry was thriving, and then in 2008, the economy collapsed. I had to lay off 40 people. I thought, why me, Lord? He said, why not you? Other people are going through the same thing. Why not you? The Lord was teaching me how to lead, how to make decisions, how to make tough choices. Anybody can make easy choices as a leader, but in order to make tough choices and have the spine and the guts to be able to make a tough choice that people don't like, and they're murmuring about it and they're complaining about it, but it was necessary to do it, and it fell my lot to be able to make those kinds of choices. Why me? Why not me? To him whom much is given, much is required. You can't have the much given and then avoid the much required. You have to make the tough decisions, and sometimes they are not popular. It's not popular, but it's purposeful. And in the midst of seeking God's purpose, you have to understand that he has a plan for your life. Trouble comes to us all. But what I'm glad about is that trouble doesn't last always. Trouble doesn't last always. The art of life is to make sure that you don't get out of trouble and be left with trauma. Because trouble has an expiration date, but trauma can last for 30 years. I didn't write Crushing just to get you out of trouble. I wrote Crushing to get you out of trauma. The residue that holds on to you, that threatens to ruin your future with the incidents from your past.
At TBN, our mission is to use every available means to reach as many individuals and families as possible with the life-changing gospel of Jesus Christ.
Thank you for helping make the gospel of grace go around the world.
Without you, we couldn't do it. God bless you.